The Magic Day 18, the magical to-do list. Really, when you think about it, gratitude is your best friend. It is always there for you, always available to help you, and it will never fail you or let you down. And the more heavily you lean into it, the more it will do for you and the more it'll enrich your life. Today's magical practice is to show you how to lean into gratitude even more so that you can do far more magical things for you. Every day there is a little life problem that comes up and it needs solvings. Sometimes you feel overwhelmed if you don't know how to solve the situation. Maybe your problem is that you don't have enough time for all the things that you need to do, or you're on a loss because there are only 24 hours in a day. It may be that you feel overwhelmed at work and you want to be free to have more time, but you can't see any way to have it. You may be at home taking care of the children and you are feeling frazzled and exhausted, but you don't have the means to get the support to give you time out. You may be faced with a problem that needs fixing, but you have no idea which way to turn to fix it. You may have lost something and tried your best to locate it, but you had no luck. Or you might want to find something like the perfect pet, perfect babysitter, perfect hairdresser, or an amazing dentist doctor, and despite the best efforts, you haven't been able to find what you need. You could be in an uncomfortable situation because of something a person has asked you to do and you don't know how to respond to them. Or you could be in some kind of dispute with someone, and instead of getting it resolved, things seem to be getting worse. The magical to-do list practice will help you with any little day-to-day problems when you don't know what to do, or when you simply want something to be done for you. You will be amazed by the results. When you combine gratitude's magical power with the law of attraction, people, circumstances and events must be rearranged to do what you want done for you. You will not only know how it has happened, but how it will be done for you. And that is not your job. Your job is simply to be grateful as you can be for what you want done right now, as though you have had it done, and then let the magic happen. Today, create a written to-do list of the most important things you would like to be done and resolved for you. The title, your list, the magical to-do list. You might put things on the list that you don't have time to do and don't want to do, along with the current problems, from the smallest day-to-day things to the bigger life situations. Think through the area of your life where you need something resolved or done for you. When you are finished making the list, choose 3 things from the list and focus on them today. And one at a time, imagine that each item has been magically done for you. Imagine that all people, circumstances and events have moved to help you, and now it's done, all sorted, all solved for you, and you are giving massive thanks in return for it having been done. Spend at least 1 minute on each of your 3 items, believing that they're done and feeling enormous gratitude in return. You can follow the same practice on the rest of the items on your list at another time, but there is a power in simply putting the things you want done on the magical to-do list. Remember that the law of attraction says like attracts like, and that means that when you are grateful for the solutions as though they have been done, you will attract everything you need into your life to resolve the situation. Focusing on problems attracts more problems. You have to be a magnet to the solution, not a magnet for the problem. Being grateful for the solution and that it has been resolved attracts the solution. To demonstrate how powerful the magical practice is, I want to share the story with you about my daughter who used this practice to attract her lost wallet back to her. After being out on a night out, my daughter discovered that the next morning that she did not have her wallet, and she had no idea where it might have been lost or even if it had been stolen. She called the restaurant where she had dinner, the taxi company that she used to get home, the local police station, and she searched the streets and knocked on surrounding doors, but no one found the wallet. Other than the fact that my daughter's wallet contained the usual precious things in it, including her bank and credit cards, driver's license and cash. Her biggest concern was that her wallet contained no current contact information because she had been overseas for some time. She didn't have any publicly listed phone numbers, and with a common surname, there seemed to be no hope. But despite the seemingly impossible obstacles, my daughter sat down, closed her eyes, got a picture of her wallet in her mind. She visualised that she was holding her wallet in her hands. She opened the wallet and went through all the contents, and she felt enormous gratitude that she had her wallet and everything was back in her hands. For the rest of the day, whenever she thought of it, again, my daughter imagined that she had the wallet in her hands, and she felt enormous elation and gratitude for her wallet and had been returned to her. Later that evening, she received a call from a farmer who lived 100 miles away saying that he had found her wallet. The extraordinary part of the story is that the farmer had found the wallet in the street outside his daughter's home in the early hours of the morning, and he immediately searched the wallet looking for contact details. He made several calls trying to find the owner, but to no avail, and he gave up and drove back to his farm with the wallet. But while he was walking out of the fields at the farm, the wallet kept nagging at him, and he decided to search through one last time. He found a small piece of paper with a man Christian's name written on it. So he put Christian's name together to get my daughter's surname and called the directory assistant. There was just one listing for a Christine name and surname. The farmer called the phone number, and he got home to my daughter's father. To this day, we do not know how the farmer got that phone number because it was an unlisted number. We called the directory assistant ourselves several times after it happened, and the response every time was, "Sorry, we have no listing under that name." From 100 miles away, through the most extraordinary sequence of seemingly impossible events, my daughter's wallet was returned to her intact. She fulfilled her part of being grateful that she had her wallet, and as much happened with the gratitude being performed. It's magic, and it moved every person's circumstances and event to return the wallet to her. The magical power of gratitude is available to you and to use as you will. And it is always has been there. You just have to discover it yourself and learn how to use it. So the magical practice, day 18, the magical to-do list. So count your blessings every morning when you get up, write them out, why you're grateful for them, reread them and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Create a written list of the most important things or problems you need done and solved. Title them the magical to-do list. Choose 3 of the most important things from your list, and one at a time imagine that each thing has been done for you. Spend at least 1 minute on each thing, believing that it's done and feeling enormous gratitude in return. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold the magic rock in your hand and say the magic words, "Thank you" for the best thing that has happened during the day.